everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to give y'all a tour of my craft room. Back in March, early March, I moved from my warehouse to my house for my crafts and all that. So I got rid of my warehouse, I put some stuff in storage, and I turned my spare bedroom into a craft room. Now I have two other rooms that has like my little home gym, and then one that has different kinds of craft where I have my wreaths and also, spare bed and all that. Let me show y'all that room first. Okay, so in here, I have my little tote of all my different wreath frames. All of last year, I was making wreaths all year long. In these boxes here, I have stuff to resell at an estate sale. All of those are like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and all those different kind of trading cards. And these totes right here, I have ribbon and I have mesh, and then I have some different craft supplies. And up there, that big sack up top, that's all the stuffing for my pillows when I make those. There's some bubble wrap. I have some little gift bags for when I set up at craft shows. I wanted to be able to put their items in gift bags. Also, back in my couponing days, I would always get free pens and find cheap notebooks and discounted notebooks and stuff from Walmart, Kroger, stuff like that. At the bottom, my savings binders. I would used to do a bunch of different savings videos. I still save, but I just don't do videos. At the bottom is boxes for shipping items. And here's the sewing machine that I have. I bought this brand new from a pawn shop. It has all the pieces in plastic and everything. Never used. It just didn't have the box. I bought that. So that's a backup machine. My other machine, I really don't know where that one's at. The first machine that I got, I don't know what I did with that one. It's probably in storage or in the other room, but this is all I have. Oh, let's see here. I have extra scissors and crossword puzzles. I used to do puzzles on a different channel. Hot glue gun, extra scissors in there. Here's some ribbon. I start emptying out some of the boxes. More ribbon. Some more ribbon. And more ribbon and 6-inch mesh. Oh, there we go, right here. Here's my other sewing machine. I did not see it with all this liquor. My husband likes to collect, so that's all that is. But that's my first sewing machine from Walmart. And then there's a Singer over there. And this is one of my first sewing projects. I made my own curtains. I went to get more fabric so I could have 2 panels, but they were completely out because it was on clearance. They don't have any more. It's so cute. This is back in my crafty bee days and my gardening days and all that. Well, I was planning to start gardening again, and I like the bees and the sunflowers. But if y'all see this anywhere at all, let me know. Maybe I'll be able to order it or something. But I want another panel of the bumblebees with the sunflowers. I love that. And now let's go and see my craft room. So I haven't put anything on the door yet. I was gonna put a sign or a wreath for the door in here. But here's just the outside view. Starting over here, and this chest is filled with fabric that I got from estate sales that I washed and folded up and put in there. In this tote right here, I also have some more fabrics in there. Those are more holiday themed fabrics. Up here, I'm planning to do a jelly roll rug, but I haven't bought the batting that I needed yet. But I got all the fabrics I want to use there. Y'all know this trusty horse pattern. This is all my scrap fabric for when I'm trying new projects. These are iron-ons I bought off of Etsy for my husband. His t-shirts for his business. I made him some. This is a heat press that I confiscated from my sister. I need a bigger one, but hey, it's free, so I got that one. That sign back there, my husband likes to junk haul, so he found this, and I said, I'm going to keep this one for my office. In here, it's kind of dark, but I have huge rolls of ribbon in here, and also my little samples that I made when I was learning how to make little bow ties. These are hair clips, but the bow tie looking ones. These are my samples right here. I need to make more. I have some scrunchies in that, the satin ones. This stuff here is from my couponing days when I got stuff for like a penny or a quarter, kids' clothes and adult shirts. And that's the cleaning supplies I use when I'm buying fabric from estate sales, yard sale. I wash it with that up there in the blue IKEA bag filled with bolts of fabric. And the totes here, just fabric. There's some fabric at the bottom there. But here's my desk where I do all my editing. If I need to do voiceover, I'll take all my notes. My printer, that's the camera that I use, at EOS Canon. Over there is all my photo albums and my keyboard. I love trying to make music. I suck at it, but if I have like a list of the notes I'm supposed to hit, I like to, play around with that. I love the, I think it's Ghibli music. Y'all know House, Moving Castle, and Kiki's Delivery Service. Those anime. I love the music from those. I can listen to that all day. So I started trying to learn how to play some of that. First, I had got the harp because I heard it on a harp on YouTube. Bought the harp. First thing I did was snap the strings. It's one of those little mini harps. But anyways, I don't know where that harp is. Can't find anything. But over here is where I have my pens, markers, stuff like that, extra paper. This is my sewing machine. I just rigged this up to do my jelly roll rugs, and I just left it because I like it. Here, I've been working on some scrunchies. This is all I've done in the last, month, y'all. I've been busy. But I need to finish those up. My deadline that I got to relaunch my store and everything, I don't think I'm going to hit it, but I'm going to try. These are pre-cut fabric that, it's pre-cut now. I cut it, but it was years ago. And I had lost this box for like a year and something. And I finally found it after I started clearing up everything after I moved back. But this is all fabric to make scrunchies. So I'll be making scrunchies. And I tore up everything looking for this mini iron. Couldn't find it. So I bought that small one. And of course, then I found it. Bought this off of eBay. Works just fine, but I had lost it. I always do that. I lose stuff, rebuy it, then I find it. These are my little tube makers. Little sets right here. I just put stuff on here that I might need. Got a little sewing kit and my lamp up here. I got this from Joann's. And I just keep all my embroidery thread on the top. My sewing machine is also an embroidery machine. I haven't done that in a while, but I have embroidered on it. And that's my embroidery thread up there. Here's the rest of my threads. All different colors. And then here's my bobbins. This is my little junk area. All this stuff I need this like every time I'm sewing. My little strap piece whenever I'm rethreading and it's not doing right. I stick this under here to see what it's looking like. The markers. And this pen sucks. I hate it. I ordered me a heat one where you can mark the lines when you're quilting and then iron it to get rid of the lines. This here, I'm slow, or my machine's slow. There's slowness going on, and by the time I mark it and then sew it, half the marks are gone because it took so long. I bought a $40 machine when I first started sewing, And then I spent like $300 on this one. And when I started looking at the statistics on them, my $40 one was faster than this one, which is crazy. But whatever. I got a lot more options in embroidery on this one though. But I want to upgrade to a Big Daddy, a Juki, but I'm not there yet. I cannot justify that purchase right now. Here I have all my zippers up here, some extra white and black thread and some gray. Here I have all my clips to make my bows. I have all those in there. Have more clips for bows. Wait a minute, it's the same one. Hold on. Oh, this one. I ain't gonna mess this up, but here I have back quarters galore. Joann's, there was a clearance, and when they went out of business, I got all kinds of back quarters. And then down here, I just bought this ruffler and then extra parts for my machine. And then some bias tapes. I got all colors in this. And these are my little, for basically my scrunchy flippers, tube turners. Those come in super handy. This isn't the best system, but it works. But I have all these colors. I was just grabbing these at Hobby Lobby. Down here, I have all my glue sticks and glue sticks and these little glue sticks still, paper clips and whiteout and stuff. These were some of the first scrunchies I ever made years ago. Those are like minis. Here's some fabric. I was gonna finally start quilting and practice on that, but I'm like, that's too pretty. I'm not gonna practice on that. Nothing's down there. And in case some little field mice get in my house, I got those little killers down there. I got my little tabletop ironing board. I love Beauty and the Beast with Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman. Love that. I saw that picture at an antique sale or an antique mall. And then I bought the first, the complete series. It was only, I forget how many seasons it was, but got the whole series there. Got a little Pikachu. Here's some wide elastic for my scrunchies. And here's the regular one. And then here's my fabric. I bought these shelves at Walmart. On the bottom is my embroidery part that goes to my machine. And some batting and some stabilizer. Or is it, what is, not stabilizer, the interface. And then I have a heat press, a Cricut little heat press machine right there. And then this is my on-the-go bag that I had when I was bringing stuff home when I had the warehouse. I would stick stuff in there. Got my heat gun and got some resin stuff, just different craft stuff. And in here, I got parts for my, when I was making keychains and lanyards with the clamps and extra clips and extra thread and all that good stuff. I got that. My ironing, my little iron and my glue gun. And this is the little monstrosity that I made. But I think I got fabric in here, scrap fabric. And here I just got stuff from my sewing machine. And, just this kind of stuff here. I got labels right here. But I got that kind of stuff right there. Here's some of the aprons I made over the years. Got batting up top. I bought this roll of satin red from an estate sale for $10 for the bolt. Over here is jeans that I done cut up or, I'm going to keep for jean for jean projects when I do patchwork or make, jean items. These storage bags, whenever I would do a project, I would put it in here and put it to the side, and then it would take me forever in a day to do it. Like Like this one right here. I got everything together to make it an apron, but I hadn't done it. Regular size iron up there. I use those to put scrunchies on. These are napkin holders. Then just leftover stabilizer from my tote bags. And then here's my wreath that I made for my jewelry business, Amethyst Bloom. And here I got big things of thread for making jelly rolled rugs. They said this will work just fine instead of buying tons of those small ones or the bigger ones. This roll will last a lot longer. These are some little clip bags that I made that I have some like the serger thread in this. This is stuff for my sewing machine. I sat down and started reading it one time. These are for the straps for my bags. Like this here. Different colors. Here's some cut up fabric that I can make different like little laptop sleeves, Kindle sleeves, and little pouches and purses and extra large scrunchies, stuff like that. It's already pre-cut. Here's some fabric down here, just small little pieces, and more fabric that's already pre-cut. These right here, I bought these to make laundry basket Christmas trees around the holidays. Here's my ironing board. Here's my large cutting mat. And in this little area here, this is like paper craft materials, and when I'm making different projects that isn't sewing or wreath making, like paper crafts, some felt. Down here, I go to estate sales, and when they like bundle up stuff for $2, $3, $1 and stuff, I grab it. Get all kinds of cool little stuff, extra bobbins and threads, little sewing kits, elastic. I got tons of different stuff, vintage threads and all that kind of stuff. Down there is like a scoring board for when I'm doing paper crafts. Right there. And then at the very bottom, the cutter and different paper for when I'm doing paper crafts. And then here's the shelf here. I have all kinds of ribbon, fall stuff up top there. Same thing here. Here's my little bow maker. And I'm making both my wreath, nautical rope for wreaths. This whole shelf, I got bins, like 4 bins on this shelf filled like this. All that is ribbon, and over there, this ribbon. This isn't like half the ribbon that I have. This is the red, white, and blue that I use to make the wreath that's on my door, my front door. Here's the 21-inch mesh for wreaths. And then here are some of the signs that I have. Mainly Dollar Tree signs. And then I have all this mesh here. I was looking for another place for signs because I didn't want to have just a generic, not generic, but a sign where everybody who goes to Dollar Tree, they'll recognize the sign. I wanted something special. So I was trying to find a good place for signs. So if y'all know a place to get some good signs to put on wreaths, let me know. And this being down here is more ribbon. And this is my extra, like when I open up a roll and use it, I put it back in there. But y'all, this is my craft room. So let me do another pan of my craft room here. But it's functional and it works. And that's the table that I use when I'm doing wreaths and cutting mainly. So this is it. That big fluffy roll over there, that's what I use to make my dog a little mat by her food bowl. That's fleece that I rolled up and made like a little jelly roll type mat. Got an idea from it. I got an idea for it from Facebook. I'm in different Jelly Roll Facebook groups. They are so talented in those groups. But y'all, this is it. I have way too much fabric to put on the shelves, and I got way too much stuff to try to put on these shelves right here. I got a little room left, but no. I got those little Kleenex there to make some more of the little Kleenex holders. I can never find that thing when I'm looking for it. I swear, every single time I'm looking for that thing, I never can find it. I made a Kleenex holder at a sewing class that I took, and now I can't find it. And I love that little Kleenex holder. I know what I did with it. It's in my to-go bag. But, oh, and that's my charging station for my camera, my Canon batteries, and my carrying case and all that. But, y'all, this is all of my craft space that I use. So, if y'all have any comments or questions, drop them below. Please subscribe, turn on that notification bell. And if y'all know anywhere I can get some more signs for wreaths, I'm tired of Dollar Tree and I don't want Dollar General. Drop them below. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.